How's it going, guys? It's Artifact. I'm a little bit tired and slightly hungover, if I'm honest. It's December, we're getting into the near Christmas, a lot of Christmas dinners happening, and yeah, beers being drunk, wine being drunk. Anyway, enough about that. I wanted to make something new for you guys this morning, and I was a bit like, oh, maybe I'm too tired, maybe I'm a little bit too, just recovering still. But I actually made this bass, and it sounds wicked. IMO. So let's have a listen to it and tell me in the comments below if you like it. Yeah, let's just have a little listen to the loop. This one's even got inbuilt sidechaining in the Vital patch. Because ideally, what I want for you guys, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to just be able to sit back, put your feet up, watch YouTube, watch me, and I'll just do everything for you. You know, I'll sidechain your bass for you. All you have to do is click like one link to download it for free, or on Patreon if you want to support me as well. You know, you can always do that. No, I'm just kidding. Just messing with you guys. Yeah, so let's have a little look at this Vital patch. Which is actually really, really sick. I have dropped this one on my Patreon because, yeah, it was a bit too good to give away for free, I think, this one. But, yeah, it's called the Game Over bass. And like I said, I've done inbuilt sidechaining into it. So if you see on this LFO4 here, you know, where I've got my kicks in the track. I'll just mute that again. Much like I draw it in the LFO tool, I've just drawn the volume in here, so it's already coming in hot. Yeah, there you go. Just maps that to the volume up here. What else can we say? LFO2, I've got a lot of modulations going on. Feel free to try and replicate it, but you won't be able to. You can make something similar though, it might even sound better to be fair. Right, so I've got this kind of up and down movement. I've held down the note the whole time, you know. And actually, without, you know, there's a lot of things I've talked about in Vital before. You know, I've got a lot of filtering going on, like 3 different filters, all kind of doing some subtle mid-range movement on this LFO. I've got a compressor to like give a bit of high end after all that filtering. I've got saturation. We've got another filter here. I've got a little bit of chorus and a bit of flanger also on my LFO. And I've got an EQ on the LFO to tame the high end because it was getting a bit much. And I've got like it's just a saw wave which has been smeared, and then it's going, it's having a sine wave frequency modulated into it, and there's no movement on that. But there's a little bit of movement on this last one, which is like a really low sub, which is frequency modulating from this kind of saw wave here. So yeah, a lot of combination of things. And there's also some white noise, which comes up in volume towards the end. And I've got this kind of like flutter on the white noise. I did a little bit about that on the tutorial yesterday, which was just about white noise. But now I've added this into the sound. And yeah, so it's going really fast here. And the level comes up over time from this fade in knob here, which you can change so beautifully like this. So the white noise effect kind of fades in. So if you listen through the loop, it like comes in at the end. So it's got all this modulation, all this texture and movement and filtering, white noise coming in, all of it's being sidechained. It's the Game Over bass, baby, you know. Link down below to Patreon if you want to just grab it and use it in one of your projects and, you know, become a successful producer just from this one patch. No, I'm just kidding. But it is a pretty nice one, to be fair. I'm quite proud of myself today that I managed to do something productive after feeling so tired this morning. Anyway, yeah, one more thing to say before I go. This is like the most important part of this patch, which kind of changed the game on it, was... If I just mute this. Alright, we'll listen again now. Pitch is the same, right? So what I've done on this LFO2, I've put it also onto the pitch of these oscillators here at -2. So if I put that back on, got this pitch movement starting to happen. And I put it on the second one as well here. So they go together. And when you get to this point here in the sound, if you listen when you get to here, it starts to go fast. That's just happening because of the way that the pitch has changed and the way that that's going through all of the modulation, you know, so that kind of, that wobbly, fast, fluttery thing is just kind of a natural result from from having the everything like being pitched differently and then going through all the processing. So yeah, that's what's kind of given this sound the special character that it has. And it's a little bit like out of control, you know, it's a bit random, and that's sound design, you know, it was a happy accident. And I was like, yes, love it. So, you know, maybe I could play with this bar here. If I wanted to like have the movement different for my track, you know. I could just move this bar around. Find out where the best spot is, and then, you know, bounce it out, and then maybe like that kind of really magic part that I really like, where it sort of goes a bit sort of faster or whatever. Like this part here. That's sick. That is sick. You know, that on its own is a great like sample, you know, like a one shot, you know. You know, I could easily just use that. Obviously, like this is not the best, but you kind of know what I mean. You know, you can chop out the best bits that you've created from the sound design. Yeah, but this patch is wicked. I highly recommend if you want a bit of Christmas support and you're not on my Patreon yet, but you're thinking about it, could be a good time to get this bass as well. And yeah, I've got a little bit of post-processing on here, the SDRR, the Fresh Air, and the multipass from Kilohertz to really boost the hell out of the kind of treble and a bit of the bass, get it a bit crunchier and a bit weightier. Yeah, I probably will be using this patch in a kind of track in 2022, to be fair, because that, yeah. Wow, yeah, sorry to blow my own trumpet, but that was a good one. All right. Peace. Thanks for watching my videos, as always, and hope you have a lovely, lovely end to your week, and enjoy your weekend. Merry Christmas.